Yeah, I just want to talk about Obi's campaign in Edo State. The Obidients actually believe in Obi, and that was because of the character, the competence he brought to the 2023 election. And we saw him as somebody who would do very well for Nigeria. If you look at where we are today, it will tell you that we were right, and those who didn't believe in the Obi phenomenon were wrong. Prices of foodstuff, of fuel, transportation, healthcare products. We all know how it is now. Insecurity even. However, in this Edo election, we are doing a local election to elect the best fit for Edo people and Edo land. And nobody is fitter in this election than Asue Ighodalo. That's point number one. So like Obi, he's very competent, he has a good track record, he has a clean record that nobody has been able to point out anything he has done wrong in the past. Except they were saying he couldn't speak Esan language, as if Esan language is what you will use to read the budget. Two, people thought that the Southeast has been cheated for so long, and therefore it will be good to make sure that the candidate for that election came from the East, from the Southeast. Obi fitted that bill, and for that reason, a lot of people said it's time. Now, if you also look at another issue, you'll discover that in Edo State itself, there has been those who also feel, and that I think they are in the majority, who feel that haven't had an Oshomole in Edo North, haven't had Obaseki from Edo South, it's only fair that the next governor comes from Edo Central. Just like people felt the president also have come from the Southeast. Asue fits that bill because he comes from Edo Central. If you go to Edo Central, there is a division into two groups. We have the Okwebo and then we have Agbazilo. And the two governors we have had from Agbazilo and from Edo Central came from Okwebo, Professor Osumbo and Professor Ambrosaji. So if you also look at equity, justice, and fairness, it's only fair that it goes to Agbazilo this time. Asue comes from Agbazilo. So if you look at all these factors, and the fact that above these other factors I have mentioned, Asue is actually a presidential material running a gubernatorial race. We Edos should actually be considering ourselves lucky to have such a man so prepared to run Nigeria, starting from running Edo State. Therefore, everything considered, Asue should be the next governor. So the fact that you see Peter Obi, who believes in these principles, campaigning in Edo State for not Asue, but for somebody else, is because if he doesn't do that, people will say Labour Party that provided him a platform has been abandoned by him. That's what Obi told some people. And sincerely, the optics will not be good if Obi didn't show up at all in Edo State. But Obi himself, go and ask him. I'm sure he's going to tell you he knows that Asue is the most competent, is the right fit for the politics of this state in the next 8 years. So yes, Obi is here and we are obedient and we are not with him, we are with Asue. That looks like an aberration, but it is not. Because it is not Obi that the Obidients are following. They are actually following principles. The principle of fairness, equity and justice, as well as competence, capacity, and compassion, credibility, international connections that makes sure that Edo will have foreign investors rushing here to come and invest. Come to Edo under Obaseki already. Nightlife is back. People are coming from Warri, Saple to come and enjoy themselves during weekends. The number of outlets of international standard in Benin today is rising. Look at the hotel chains coming up. Radisson is already constructing a 170-room hotel, 5-star, just by the golf course. If you go to the various hubs, Agric hub, education hub, you go to our school of nursing, it's preparing Edo children for international employment. Now, Bovi is coming to stage a show on the 1st of October at the Victor Waifo Creative Hub built by Godwin Obaseki. He does not need equipment to be, he's not coming with equipment. All the equipment, everything is already there. He's just going to come and he will have a crowd that he needs. So life is back in Edo. We cannot afford to pull back the hand of the clock. If you talk of sports, we are there. Our guest, Edo Queens, just won the Waffle Cup. You know? And Bender Insurance was dead. It has risen from the dead under Obaseki. Go to our stadium. Yes, somebody has worked on that stadium before. But it has been rebuilt. It now has a roof. And that's the first stadium in Nigeria that had VAR installed. Go and verify whether what I'm saying is true. So we can't have somebody who might not be able to distinguish between the museum and the zoo, and probably takes artifacts to the zoo and brings the animals to the museum. You know. So I think it's right that we do the right thing. We are Edo people. We sabi, and as people wey sabi, we cannot vote for somebody wey no sabi. The people wey sabi in this election na Asue Ighodalo and Osarajo Ogi. So on Saturday, go out and vote. Obi is here. We know. Obi knows us. We know him. But he himself knows that he would have done what we are doing now, because he will support a man with capacity like Asue Ighodalo. Don't forget, Obi was chairman of a bank, Fidelity Bank. At the same time, Asue was chairman of a bank, Sterling Bank. So they know themselves. I can even wager that the president knows Asue more than the candidate of his party. So please, forget all those talk. Go now, go vote. Vote go count. And we will celebrate on the 22nd of September after the result is announced in daytime. No nighttime result this time in Edo. Edo no now witchcraft they fly for night. Una well done. Bye bye.